Good morning, everyone. I am here to tell you about a brand new social network integration that we just added. It is Bluesky, and I'm going to tell you why you should care before I tell you how to add this. So, the reason why Bluesky is so important and it is taking on so many new clients on a daily basis, it's literally growing faster than any other network. What is so exciting about Bluesky is it's how Twitter used to be back in the day, back before you could, spend $100 and then steal all of the views away from your competitor. So it's truly, truly a democratized social network. Probably won't always be that way, but you've got this early mover advantage right now where you can actually build an audience. And without having to spend a bunch of money in ads, because they don't even allow that, you can just put out good content and have it read by people, engaged by people, get followers. So I'm just saying, jump on this early mover advantage. You don't have to stop posting to Twitter or Threads. I'm just saying, add this as an additional one because you need to start growing your Bluesky network as people are kind of migrating away into Bluesky. You need to be there. So now I'm going to tell you how to add Bluesky. And then we'll go through how to do social posting, what some of the limitations are, and let's get into it. So the first thing you need to do is add your account. If you don't already have one, that's okay. You could still click add account and we actually take you to Bluesky, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute here. I want to make a note. If you don't see the add account button, you need to clear your browser history, but only the images and files part of your browser history. You don't need to kill all of your cookies and things like that. Just clear your cache so it loads the new CSS, and you'll be able to see this button. So first thing you do is you click add account. So you're going to need a username and an app password. It works a little differently with Bluesky because it's a decentralized network, and there are some people that actually host Bluesky on their own server. It's a long story. But even if you do that, you'll still be able to add it to Sociamonials. So first thing you need to add is your username, and just click this link that we provide. I already have an account with Bluesky, but if you don't, it's going to ask you to create one. So just create that account. And what we actually need is this part right here. It's okay if you include the @ symbol and all that, because we're going to strip that out to make sure you don't get any errors when you're trying to add Bluesky. So the next thing you need is an app password, and we've made it convenient by putting a link here to generate one. So just click add app password, and I'm going to say Sociamonials. I'm going to click add allow access. Doesn't matter either way yet, but eventually if we have an inbox, then it will matter. So this is my app password. I'm going to be blocking that out in this video or deleting it after this video is posted. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and click done. Now I can go back here and click paste. Now my app password is here, and now I'm going to click add. So it was successful, and what will happen then is it will just add the account. You can add multiple Bluesky accounts if you have them. And now that it's added here, I'm going to go over to the publisher and just show you how it looks. It's really similar to all the other social networks. It should be on by default. And now you can start posting just like you can with other networks. So some of the limitations are, I'm going to start with the biggest one, and that is image file size. You have to have your images below 1 megabyte, which for today's cameras is kind of low. Like if you have your camera set to the highest resolution, chances are you're going to have to resize that image because it's going to be over 1 megabyte. And we tried everything, you guys. Like we uploaded 1.1 megapixel or megabyte files. It just literally ignores them and won't post the image. So for now, until they increase that size, we're stuck with 1 megabyte. And that's really the only downside of Bluesky that I've found. So upload your 1 megabyte photos and you'll be fine. It will accommodate up to 4 images. You can also have 1 video file, and the video has to be under 60 seconds, and you can't have video and images on the same post, but you can have either a 60-second video or up to 4 images, as long as each one of the images are 1 megabyte or less. The character limit is 300. You can have first comment added, and we have incorporated that into our integration. So you can add your first comment. Hashtags work. It was really challenging. Like with Bluesky, they made us like calculate where, like which character count was the start and the end of each hashtag, but we got it working. So we fully support hashtags, and the reason it's challenging with them is they have this cool feature where each one of the hashtags becomes a clickable link where people can click and explore other hashtags like that one. So we give you that full functionality within the live feeds at Bluesky. So without any further ado, I'm going to just give you a quick post here. Just say good morning. So what you can do now is, and I want to point this out because if you already have a bunch of calls to action on an existing account, you're going to need to add Bluesky calls to action. So be sure to jump in here, like here's visit my blog, for example. I'm going to edit this, see how it's not there. I'm going to grab, like what I recommend you do is just grab whatever you said for Twitter is probably going to pertain to Bluesky as well. And I am going to add that to my first comment. So this CTA is all set up. And you'll want to be sure to do this for each one of your calls to action to make sure it also adds a CTA to your Bluesky. Same thing with hashtags. Hashtag groups work just fine. So I can add that here. Let's just put motivation. And note that I already had to go in and add these. It's automatically added to your default ones. That is things like, comment, share. All of those default ones, we automatically added default hashtags. But if you want to go in and change those, I would do that. And if you have any custom ones, like I have one for this industry, if you have any custom hashtags, you will want to go in and edit that as well. It's just like you're used to. Just jump in here and you can either like grab all the Twitter ones and paste it here and make sure you tell us how many you want. They do support up to 8 hashtags. So once you get that all set up, you can start adding images, and this is no different than any other social network. Just add your image. You can add up to 4. And if you add more than 4, it'll tell you only the first 4 are going to post. So now all we have to do is select our category, add watermarks. You can even do reposting. So let's say you want to do every like 3 days or something like this. You'll notice that Bluesky is added as one of the options. Let's see. I'm going to jump into add to queue. Actually, let's just post it because I want to show you that it really does post and get a verification like with our other networks. People love this feature. And this also allows you to click here and view that live post. I want to show you how it looks. So remember how I told you it was linked? So it's pretty cool that you're able to just kind of click here and then people can go and look at other social media marketing posts. But this looks very familiar, doesn't it? It looks very, very much like Twitter used to look. So now that we have this added, let's see. What do you want to do next, guys? Let's jump in. I'm going to show you in the schedule tab over here. Bluesky is added everywhere. So if you want to filter by network, Bluesky is added everywhere. And also within each of your custom schedule items, you need to go and select Bluesky for all the ones that you want to add. So I would definitely do that as quickly as possible. While you're in there, just add threads. We added threads recently. So if you already had a schedule item, we don't want to be imposing. We didn't automatically add threads and select threads or Bluesky for you. Any new accounts will automatically have those selected, but if you have an existing account, you know, in case you're a person that went through and methodically selected only the accounts you want, we didn't want to just blast it and add it to all of yours. So please go in and take a look at your social schedule and add Bluesky where appropriate. In the import tool, we've added Bluesky as well. So when you're importing Bluesky, you're going to select this just like you would select any other network. And one change that we made with this release today is, notice how now it says hold post for my approval. And over here it says trim messages if too long. So before it used to say trim tweet if too long. Now we say trim messages because now we're trimming threads, Bluesky, and Twitter. So as you know, I think Threads has 500, I believe. Bluesky has 300, and Twitter has 280 for most accounts, unless you've told us that it is a paid X account, a premium X account, and then we allow thousands of characters. But we will trim those based on the social network. So what's really cool is, let's say you have a 600 word or 600 character post in your CSV file. We're going to be really smart about it. We're going to trim your thread to 500 characters. We're going to trim your Bluesky post to 300, and we're going to trim your Twitter post to 280 or thousands of or whatever it is, depending on what type of Twitter account you have. So that's how this works. We've also added this to the RSS feature, so you can trim that as well, and you can certainly add RSS feeds directly into your Bluesky account as well. So one other thing I want to point out, this one is just for our Agency Pro folks. If you have the posting assistant set up, just note that, like, if you jump into From Agency for your automated posting assistant posts, you're going to have to go in and edit these and make sure you include that Bluesky network here, unless you have this activated. And I want to show you this, because you probably don't even remember how you set this up originally. So I recommend everybody go to your Agency Pro account, go into Posting Assistant, and over here in the automated post sets, go into every one of your automated post sets and turn on Bluesky, and I also recommend Threads. And what this will do is every time you upload, like the new CSV comes each month, it's going to automatically select all the Bluesky social profiles that they have turned on by default, and all the Threads social profiles that client has turned on by default. So by making this one change here, now I don't need to go into my hundreds of client workspaces and change it there. So I recommend you do this. And let me close that. So go ahead and do that for all of your different Posting Assistant automated post sets, even your custom ones, and you'll be all set. That's it, guys. I really hope you adopt this Bluesky network. I hope it does wonders for your business. If you have any questions, as always, you can go to the bottom right and live chat with us anytime. So thank you so much.